Let's start this video off by sharing with you what I sold over the last 24 hours, which this sale is one of the more exciting ones because I just get it out of my possession. And it's 112 sealed DVDs, all types of DVDs. So from workout DVDs to documentaries to kids to action to drama. You can see here, it's all kinds. There's even a few TV shows, but not many of those. This is a bunch of like workout stuff, but all kinds of random sealed DVDs. These are ones that I accumulated over many months. If you remember, along the table here, I had all kinds of stuff stacked up here, and a couple of those stacks were sealed DVDs. Now, this I took a lower offer on because I just wanted to get rid of it. It was in my warehouse here, taking up space. I had it listed for $60, but I took an offer of $35 plus shipping. It's going out in two separate boxes because it's 112 DVDs, but I'm really glad to have sold that, make a little money, and keep it moving. Interesting thing is, as I've been going through these DVDs, which I'll share with you in a future video, and finding some sealed ones that are not sealed ones that I'd want to keep, so workout videos specifically, I decided, I had a momentary thought of, oh, why don't I just put them to the side, and then I can create a sealed lot again in the future, you know, to sell on eBay as a lot. And I realized, you know what? I don't really want to do that until, if and when I get into, well, when I get back into pallets and large quantities of media, which includes tons of DVDs. We'll see if I even do it then. But I don't want to start doing that now and creating more piles when I've already gotten rid of stuff. So it's not really worth it. Like I had 4 or 5 sealed workout DVDs, but they just weren't worth keeping and putting to the side. So you got to make decisions about how you want to run your business, and I'm making that decision for now. But I was glad to get rid of these, sell those off. I also sold this 3 CDs and 1 DVD lot of Enrique Guzman. This was a pickup back in June of this year. No, this was a local buy apparently. Oh, okay. Well, but this sold for, I think it was $21, $21.99, something like that, plus shipping. So that was a nice little sale. And I've got some more stuff that I'm going to go pick up and I'll share with you in the video. Here's the rest of what I sold on eBay, and I sold 1 item on Amazon. This CD I sold on Amazon. These 4 items, 3 CDs, 1 DVD, or 1 book I sold on eBay. It is Friday, November 22nd, 2024. And this is one, actually this was a trade. This is pretty recent. I listed this in September and it sold for $15.65. It is a classical music CD. Amazon has been, I haven't really been doing much with Amazon. Haven't listed that much and have not been repricing. So my sales have really gone down. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of Amazon, but that's a different video. Yeah, so I occasionally get sales now. I was repricing at least a little bit each day, like in the morning, and I would see a little more sales here and there. I should probably get back to it, but I just haven't been doing it lately, and it's really obnoxious that that's the only way to get sales. Whereas on eBay, you set your price. I never reprice. However, I do run, first of all, I promote each of my items, different percentages, anywhere from 2 to usually 5, sometimes 7%, but these days it's mostly 2 to 5%. And then if they have not sold within 90 days, I will start running a blanket sales event that usually is 20% and up. And also when I will send offers to eligible buyers. So there's 3 different ways that I can, you know, make money on on eBay by doing promotions and sending offers and that kind of thing. Whereas on Amazon, it's just repricing constantly, which, you know, obviously if you have an automatic repricer, it can do it automatically for you, but that's really it. Then you just sit and wait for it to sell, and you're not really proactive. Whereas on eBay, there's so many different tools to sell items, because even though something looks like it's going to sell pretty quick, sometimes it ends up that just is not the case and it's going to take longer. So here, let's see. So I sold the DVD lot. I sold that other CD lot. And funny enough, this morning, 3 of these 6 sales came in. A couple of them were offers, and I took them. It happens that way sometimes where things will just suddenly rush in. Sales will just suddenly rush in. That was great. Doubled my sales this morning. So now I have 6 items to ship out. And I sold this CD, which I thought initially I was going to get $30 for. I listed it for that. Ended up just taking a $10 offer. I had it all the way down to $19. It'd been listed for a while. And you have to make these decisions, these considerations. I got these for free, 10 boxes of CDs. I still have a bunch for sale on eBay listed, and I've sold tons of them already. And I would rather just get some money, get rid of the item on my shelf that's been sitting for a while, than hold out for another $5. Because I could have countered and said, oh, 15 or 13 or 14. But I'd rather just get the sale and move on, because there's a chance I won't get the sale at all. And then I have to wait, to sell this item. And I'd rather just take the money. So you have to consider that, right? Are you okay? Is it okay for you to get less than you thought you would, because you always have new inventory coming in? You always have great inventory that you're finding, et cetera, and you can just take less than you thought, but at least you make something off of the item. And that's kind of how I look at it now. So that was an example of that. This CD was a donation. Wow, this CD has been listed since February of 2022, and it's in another language, although some of it is not. Chava Alberstein for Children, Volume 2, but the rest of it is in another language. And I did sell this for $19.49 plus shipping. I do remember listing this. I can't believe it's been a year and a half, 2.5 years. It's crazy. You list, when you sell on eBay or Amazon, but when you sell online and you list so many items, hundreds and then thousands of items, you forget about stuff that you listed. And this is an example of something that took a long time to sell, but it did sell for $20. So I was glad to get that sale. And since it's been up for so long, I've been running promotions on it for older items, but it did finally sell. That was great. That has 2 discs in there. So this is not one that I would say, oh yeah, pick it up if you see it, although it's very unlikely you're going to come across this one, and definitely put it on eBay because it took so long. But I'm happy that I got $20 for it. So this one though, if you were out there, would you even take a look at it if you saw this? Take 5. This is a CD from 1998. It's a Euro pop band. And believe it or not, this one actually came from those 5 Gaylords of CDs. This one sold for $21.59 plus shipping. Look, it says includes CD-ROM video. Uh-oh. There's some sirens. So, yeah, I think that most people wouldn't even look this up if it was sitting on the shelf at a what is it called? At a thrift store. But ended up selling for some decent money, and you'd just be surprised at what would sell. That's why it's really good to look things up and to learn more about what sells and what doesn't sell. The Lennon Anthology. This is by Robert C. Tucker. This book is from my store here. I'm in my store. This was on the shelf. It's amazing how many valuable books this store had from the previous owners. This is from 1975. It actually has an ISBN though. Is this, yeah, 1975. So ISBNs go all the way back to the early 70s. And this sold for $32 plus shipping. I took an offer on it. Initially listed it for $50. And then when the offer came in, I had it listed for $39.99. And I'm more than happy to sell it for $32. This one was listed fairly recently, within the last, at most, couple of months. So that was a good sale as well. Don't be afraid to look up older books. Some of them have ISBNs. You'd be surprised, even though they are from the 70s. This one, yeah. So it does have the ISBN. So or this is a little tip. If the book looks newer, but there's no ISBN on the back of the dust jacket, look on the inside of look on the flaps. So the back flap will sometimes have it here, And then the front flap, like you just saw, will sometimes have it as well here. So take a look there just to see if it does have an ISBN. And then of course, if it has an ISBN, it's going to be on the copyright page, which I just showed you. This to me, most of these sales, except for the Lennon one that was relatively more recent, are examples of having a decent size inventory as you continue to, when you're newer, as you continue to find or figure out what sells better and how to sell stuff quicker. So things like this that have been sitting, a couple years, this has been sitting, I'm not sure how long this sold, or this has been sitting, it could have been within the last year probably. Actually, yeah, this one, months, maybe within the last 6 months, and this one the last couple of months. So something you listed a while ago, sometimes the stuff that you've listed a while ago will sell, and that'll help you if your sales are slower in general and newer stuff you're listing is not selling. Now, of course, you want to get better at what you're listing. This is a longer tail item, although it did sell relatively quickly, so it's not really a long tail because it sold within a few months. But if you're going to be listing long tails, understand that, those are going to take longer. You just want to have a mix, basically, of items that are going to take a while, but you're going to get a nice profit. Ones that are going to be like kind of in the middle, and then faster selling ones. The ideal situation is quick selling items that sell for high profit. Of course, everybody wants that. Everybody wants, every item they list to sell for $50+ $100+, and it sells within a week or a day. And if you can find only those items, then you are hitting the jackpot. And in media, that's really tough to do, although you could just focus on it, right? I'm turning more towards, when I get back into doing pallets, I'm going to be more discerning about what I list on eBay individually. And, understand that I don't need to get every single thing or sell every single thing in the pallet. There's always more pallets. There's always more media. So I don't have, I want to have a more abundant mindset in the sense of, yeah, there's tons out there and I don't need to be selling 100% of these individual CDs, these individual DVDs, etc. I can focus on stuff that's 30 and up, right? I'm going to hopefully get 30 and up on those items. So just consider that how you want to run your business. Are you going to just want stuff that sells super quick, regardless, no matter what the profit is, even if you make $1? Do you want stuff you got to make at least $10 profit, 20, 30, 50, 100? What is it, If you're going to sell everything, whether it's $1 profit or whether it's $100 profit, then just, stick to it, right? But figure out what works best for you. You have to consider things like storage space. You have to consider things like your patience level. Do you have patience to wait 6 months, a year, 2 years to sell certain items? Do you want everything gone within 90 days? If that's the case, then you want to stick to fast selling items, or you're going to be super, super aggressive after a month or two to run 50% off, 70% off sales and be okay with it. So just figure out how you want to run your eBay store. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.